right, guys, welcome back. You are still tuned in to Funtastic Fridays, and you know that we're here with you every single Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you know, once you hear that sound, it is time to talk the Ting with Kim, right? So this is where we have our discussions, where we learn from each other. So, you know, I always love feedback. I always love responses. Want to know if y'all agree, disagree, in enough feelings, want to actually share different insights from what we know. We love it. We appreciate it. We actually want you to communicate with us. All right. So if it is that you are on the live, you can share your feedback on the Instagram live, or you can actually submit your responses via WhatsApp at 792-3530. All right. So we'll be looking out for those. So for this week, the topic is Kimmie's Survival Guide for 2023. So yes, I know we're now 3 Fridays into the month, but guess what? You can still be making your plan for the year. Don't think say it too far now, or if you did make a plan from January 1st and boy, you feel already you can't go back and revamp. Don't think say boy, all hope is lost again until January 1st. And I say go. You can start over multiple times, right? So we're gonna get in some tips to survive 2023. So, a new year has begun, and I'm sure the past few years has taught us to expect the unexpected, never take anything for granted, and to take the very best care of our health. Nobody knows what exactly 2023 will bring, but it never hurts to have a plan on how we intend to survive whatever life throws at us this year. No matter what your age or stage in life, there is always room for improvement, and with the new year comes new opportunities to make your life better. Making your life better, happier, and easier to survive is the goal. So today, Fantastic Fridays wants to share 9 tips on how to survive 2023. So, tip number 1, and this is something I think we should all do: let go of regrets. Right, guys? We need to let go of regrets. And why I say this is going to help us to survive 2023 is because holding on to stuff from the past still affects us today, and will continue to affect us if it is that we fail to let go, right? So, regrets will only hold you back in life. If you spend all your time thinking about the past, you will miss the present and the future. You cannot change what you did or did not do in the past, so simply let it go. The only thing you have control over is now. How you choose to live your life and how you choose to live or will choose to live your future life is what is important. Each time you experience a negative thought about your past, challenge it, right? So guys, very first thing to survive 2023, we need to let go the regrets, let go the past, let go the hurt, let go the pain. Easier said than done.
Let go the bird.
Let go the bird, them to come from the bird, them they are stressing now, right?
Fly away.
So let them fly. Right? So what I'm saying is that if you hold on to those stuff in the past, you're already setting up 2023 to be a difficult year for you, probably a year of failure. We don't want that for nobody, never really. We don't want that for anybody. I don't want for myself, and I don't want for anybody that I encounter, or you don't even encounter yet, right? So essentially, let go of the past. You can't do nothing about it now. So if every day you sit down and beat up yourself about it, what good does it do? It does nothing other than stress you out additionally, than on top of all the stresses that already exist in life, right? So if we can let go one thing and be less stressed at least a little bit by our past, learn from it now. Don't think me say just move on and continue like it never happened. That's not what I'm saying. Take whatever lesson you had to learn from it, but forgive yourself, let it go, move on. All right? So that's tip number 1. Number 2, and this one I'm seeing a lot in Jamaican society, and I think we need to do it more. Make mental health a priority. 3/4 women say are going in Jamaica right now, it is linked in some way to mental health. Like, I'm gonna ask, and if not, but not maybe, right? So make mental health a priority. If you're not taking care of your mental health, then you won't be able to perform at your best in any area of your life. There are various ways to prioritize your mental health, like self-care days, mental health days, exercising, etc. These are all very important and beneficial. If you're able to seek professional therapy, then doing this as well can go a long way in helping you to figure out yourself and work through traumas you have experienced in life. Stop downplaying the importance of your mental health. So guys, and I agree with that one there, because I wonder if it's just me one in society right now seeing that mental health plays a major part in all of our issues. I want some feedback.
I mean, it does. Because even earlier today when we were talking about in Buster Place, the video circulating with the man abusing the woman, it is very evident that not only, yes, we try to focus mental health for women, and we try to get that out there, we try to push that agenda, but also we have to, and we keep saying it, we also have to take note of our men. Yeah. We have to bring forth our men, because little boys growing up, you know, we are your boy, we are ball for your job. Alright, you're good, brush it off. Go. You know, so that men have been and women have taught their children to grow up with such a mentality that if you're crying or if you're a little bit too feminine, you're seen as weak, you're seen as maybe he's gay, all sorts of stigma is placed on you. So therefore, I think you're right. You're so much right. It is right.
Yeah, I think you're really, like, if you check half of what is happening outside of that video, right? But things that we see daily on the news, a lot of crime against women, a lot of just simple arguments. Just actually, I think it's today I saw it where this well, they're assuming that it was a relative that killed the man. He came to his mom's funeral and they're fighting over land right now, and them just kill him. Right? That I know people might say, boy, that's just bad mind, that's just whatever, but it's linked to mental health somehow. It's the source.
And it's in the schools as well. It's everywhere. I mean, a lot of persons, I mean, we've been going through a lot of rough times.
Yes.
All right. And we don't really have outlets. We don't have counselors that we go to on a regular basis. You don't have, I mean, there are counselors in schools, but how many students gonna actually?
Yeah, I never really got my counselor.
Right.
I never got mine.
And then also in the workplace, we have work stress. We have all these things that we go through on a daily basis. I know some workplaces have counselors, some don't, a lot doesn't. So how do we manage these things? And you know, and do we of ourselves personally go seek out local ways on, you know, how to manage our mental health? I don't think we're doing a good job individually and as a country as well. So
yeah, but we have to look out for ourselves first and foremost, and but it's a part of, I guess, how Jamaicans paint as well. Because first of all, I remember always hearing black people don't have mental health issues. Like we know go therapy. Yeah, it's seen that because we're always told to be strong and we just resilient and with this and with that. So as far as we're concerned, we don't have certain issues. I used to hear that therapy is for, you know, Caucasian people, because apparently we don't need it. But that is not so.
I mean, you have seen in society, because we read it a few weeks back, or like earlier this year. Was it earlier this year? Whenever we read it, was that the Prime Minister was pushing that, you know, mental health, and he was trying to reach out to the churches, and we were saying, well, why go to the churches? Why not go to the professionals themselves? So we see where they're trying to take that step to push that mental health is important. It is something that we all suffer from time to time, whether it is long-term sadness, which they can.
But that's the thing. I think everybody sort of thinks that they're above it. Like, it could never be me, you know. Like, saying me will have whole heap of sense, me have, and that don't mean that you don't have a mental health concern. Because even just depression, if you find yourself depressed a lot of times, that's a mental health concern. But most people just think, I'm just a depressed person. No, you're not supposed to be a depressed person. And just going through a rough patch, and a rough patch you'll go on for a while. No, oh, this is just me. No, you know, everything will happen in life make me who I am today. No,
and then,
right?
And then you have the other side now, where I mean, it happens for both men and women, because not just men really lash out, women do, but boy, when the men do it, boy, we go way overboard most of the time.
But I think it's because men bury more. Women will cry about it, talk it, we're gonna talk at some point.
Yeah, but it's not about whether or not we bury it in a kid. It's how we handle it. Because some, as you say, some take it out on their partners. You know, it's not that it, you know, they might lash out at the partners, or lashing out at public figures, or if it's what you call it now, persons who are put in any little position of, you know, authority above them. It's gonna be an argument. It's gonna be a fight. Yeah, and this is a struggle, but we don't know how. That, I mean, when somebody lash out and probably hit somebody, or take it out on their spouses. Oh, it's just a one time. Indeed, you know, never mean it. But what we do next? What we do after that?
That is true, because even in other articles, I remember seeing people say, "Oh yeah, well, my brother was sort of not really stable, but we just not really deal. You know, we just know that's how him stay. That is not how you deal with it." Right. I've seen that in articles. Oh yeah, man, we know how him stay. We just know that's how him stay.
Him short temper.
Him short, you know.
Him about
I know, say yeah, him have a little thing we him do sometime, but we're not afraid no mind. No, guys, that is not it. So we need to accept first that it can happen to us. Our skin doesn't mean anything when it comes to this. Anybody can be affected by it. And how I know we believe that, whether we want to accept it or not, every time some really insane crime happen, everybody's first thought, you might don't it. She might don't it. Right? No, but it's true.
No, it depends on the culture of the crime. It depends on the culture of the crime.
Because we say black people don't do certain things, because we think black people don't have mental we don't chip head certain way.
No, but think about it, Kim. If you're here, Kim, if you're here,
if we're being honest, exactly. Thank you.
Kim, if you just say generally, if you, as I say, it depends on the actual incident. It's not right across the board, you know. But there are different things. There are different things based on what we've come to understand. Like for instance, you know, when they say like the mass incidents, mass shootings and so on, we are saying that that's more popular for one side. But then if you hear the police on the scanner say we have a domestic disturbance, man hitting wife.
No, and again, you see, Mr. Power must say the out there crimes, the ones that don't, is not the everyday thing.
No, but that shouldn't be an everyday thing. That's what I'm saying. So that should alarm us as well. I mean,
but yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Right? I'm not exactly. I'm not saying it should be regular or not regular. What I'm saying is that naturally, what most of us, if not all of us, do when certain crimes are mentioned, our very first thought is that could not be a black person. Even the VR game one with the child that it was actually a black child, you know. Actually recently I was doing research, everybody was like, oh, it must be a white child. It was actually black. And there's another one where there was this doctor that was having sex with animals. Everybody first thought, yeah man, that's some white people something. It was a black man, and then everybody was on like, yo, we disown him because I'm done much of a culture. So we don't do certain things, but the reality is stuff like that can come from any. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, but I get about.
So we're guilty of that, to thinking so we can't have certain issues.
It's the environment they're in as well. So that's what I'm saying. So if we have them in these different environments, it's gonna pick up.
But I guess that is the case. But guys, we need to work on prioritizing our mental health. All right, and this is another way that contributes to that. Step 3: set boundaries between work and time off. This is something I think all of us are guilty of. We just believe, I think society has taught us that you need to be working, and if you not work, nothing now come out of your life and you're just lazy.
But we're
and you work
every day,
right?
Work.
And if you're not investing, because I'm always saying, you work now, you sleep when you're dead, or you sleep late. These are the things that we teach each other, and this is supposed to make us successful. So we don't see it wrong when your day off you have to work. You know, the night when you're supposed to sleep, you have to work. You have your laptop in your bed at the work. Like, that's what I see a lot of couples, a lot of relationships, a lot of people overall. That's what they do, and that is not healthy, guys. There needs to be a separation. I admire France for basically banning people being contacted about work outside. That's a law, guys. Can you believe that? A law that is made to say no contact the staff members on their day off because mental health is important. A country that could make that as a law, I admire them. So guys, it is important.
It's kind of rough doing it, because I mean, at the end of the day, time's hard. So we have to work 2-3 job, and we have to do side hustle, and then we have to find time for work with passion, that we soon boss. You get me? So we have so many things to do.
Yeah, but you still need to find a balance.
Yeah.
As them always say, all work and no play. From where I go to school, you hear makes Jack a dull boy. But think dull was the nice way of saying it. Them start to say Jack a go pop down.
Well,
because guess what? If you work 24/7, and I've said this to some people, when you think about it at the end of the day, that same money you're gonna make, you might end up spend back on your health. Because you're not sleeping, you're not taking care of yourself, you're not eating proper, you're not. So when all these things happen because you work, if you're not drop down from it,
Like Rihanna.
then eventually you're going to have to invest that same money into your health. And I've seen that a lot in people around me. When they check it out, and I think that's also a part. I'm not gonna say there's no scientific evidence. I don't know.
Yes.
But you see all these people dropping down out of the blue, guys, out of the blue.
Yeah, they had that incident with the teachers as well.
Yes.
So yeah,
And it can be linked to it because we
Work
need to
pressure and
find a
stress.
separation. Actually, you know, I was talking to somebody at work the other day about it, and she said that they did a research, and the Monday was the day that most people died just out of the blue. They were saying because it's sort of tied to work stress. Monday is the day when most people return to work.
Back to work.
Exactly. And they said when they did their research, people that just dropped down out of the blue, majority died on a Monday.
Well.
They show you how heavy workload and work stress can be.
Alright, so I'm not working on a Monday.
Not say you can't work on a Monday, but you just need to find a way to divide. You see, a weekend, your time, your you time, make it your you time. If it means, for me, guys, and I don't care who want to hear this, it's one day off, I don't answer work calls. I don't care what
Have
it
the
is
manager
about.
online
You
too?
have to wait until Monday for me to answer a work because I block my mind
well,
from
you
work.
have one of those work, Kim, that might not.
It depends on your scope because
Yeah.
guess what? My job doesn't require me to be on call.
I have
On
some
call is
on-call
different.
people who have to just, yeah.
Exactly, that's different.
So nobody come follow Kim.
No,
we
yeah,
have
mine
on-call
is not
job.
an on-call job.
You're an emergency person.
I don't care if the patient is in dialysis. I'm off. Today.
I'm off.
Save lives, people.
No,
Yeah.
but for real though, guys, and it need to take time to you guys. So even if you're in an on-call job, right? I get that. It's definitely time consuming. It can't be out of the blue. You can't outside.
And then
I go on the road and then somebody call you for coming in, I get that.
And
but
then-
you still need to make time for you and your sanity.
Right.
And your peace of mind.
for those
There
on-call
was-
jobs, when you get the time, use it wisely.
Yeah.
There was a summer intern. I was a summer intern.
Wow.
I was a summer intern and I was working at a bank, and in the first week they had a memorial service because this guy, fresh out of university, graduate from wherever, top of whatever, was working there, and he was there 7 days a week from 8. So work starts at 9 because everybody had that flexibility whenever they wanted to come in, if they were online or they stayed home. But he was there from 8 until 6, and the security was like, when they're locking up, he was always the last one in the office. And him dropped down, leave him mother and the girlfriend or whoever, and they had to have this whole memorial service in the office, downstairs. They were having food and talking.
I don't think they learned though from that, because
No.
they should have keep the memorial elsewhere. The man died at the place. Still have the man that come back. I have
Right, to carry back to the office
Yeah.
again. No, but guys, you really do need to prioritize your health because it's not the first I've heard it. It's not the first, and it's not the last. So there is a focus that needs to be placed on just separating yourself from work. You are not work. You are not your job. That is the reality. And as the people always say, and it's not a lie, if you drop down tomorrow,
And find somebody else.
They're gonna find a replacement.
all right. So you're now sacrificing yourself for somewhere. Now, instead of the business guy, I don't know how that go with Uno, but I'm just saying that you can be replaced at a job, but you need to prioritize you. All right. So that is number 3. Number 4, and this is also tied to it. Get more sleep.
Wow, Kim. If only sleep will get more me.
Right? Then you need to dedicate more of your time to it.
Avoiding me
No,
when it's ready.
you need to dedicate more time to it.
Kim, like me that probably want to get a little sleep, right? So I reach home, sleep, say, hey, I was calling you at 5, you never want to answer.
So
I'm busy right now.
No, I realize that too because I realize if I don't go to bed by a certain time in the night, I'm a drowsy and probably a call come in, I'm going to push through the drowsiness. You see, by the time the call is done,
Sleep has
no
left
more
the
sleep for the
building.
next couple hours.
Yeah.
But you know what I started doing differently? Firstly, I started doing and I think we did a whole segment on this
On
before,
routine
a
for
wind
sleep.
down
Yeah.
segment. So what I do, I
we not talk
usually
soca people.
yeah,
We
me
know
not say
Carnival
wind
come
down,
up.
me not say no.
Remember the Marshall Montana the thing.
What I'm saying is that usually I would watch, I'd go home, bed, eat something, and then put on something for watch and watch it till eventually sleep takes over. That does not help, right?
Oh.
What I started doing was actually like an hour before my plan for go sleep. So I'm intentional about the time I want to go sleep. I said, Kim, if you not go sleep by X time, you know by the next morning.
So if you want to sleep 8, you start wind down from
by
7.
7. If for 9 o'clock, for 10 o'clock, so for me right now it's 10 mainly.
So what you do for wind down now?
I'm not watch no movie. WhatsApp and all them something that social media no go like anything with bright light firstly. Anything with bright light firstly.
Okay, so take away the light.
Because that now going to keep you awake, it's going to keep your eyes active, it's going to especially on social media keep you scrolling.
So guys, if you see me not replying at night, I'm
no, I literally feel
down.
my phone vibrate or ring and I don't look at it. Or I look and I'm like, I can reply to you in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? So that's it. So I start winding down. So basically, if I'm just there laying down from like after 9 or whatever, sleep comes. I realized that happened in the past couple of nights. The week before, because just recently I started that. The week before, I was struggling to fall asleep every night. And the same thing I did every night. Watch something till me try to fall asleep and then it just never work out.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, so it's a recommendation. We did a whole segment on this before, saying that that's a part of it.
Or you guys can watch. I started a new thing, and it's just because. Excuse me, my throat. Just because I wanted something else, because I fall asleep anywhere. Anywhere. Y'all know this. I will fall asleep.
This is not safe.
Anywhere.
And she's being honest, guys. Yeah.
Whether it's while dancing, I will fall asleep. So I started something. Yes.
Yeah, man. That's a party.
Jada no normal. No
worry about it. Yes, she will do it.
So I started watching ASMR videos to fall asleep, and I realized it actually works. So it's when literally they're making and they're doing the on the microphone.
Yeah, each his own, but yeah, you find your wind down routine.
Because I tried.
So your eyes are closed and you just listening
it. And it has rain. You know, if you're driving through and they're like just listening to.
Yeah, you have the soothing sounds. I understand that one person like rain, local beachside setting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Water fountain that might make you want to pee, but you know,
But yeah, guys, you need to prioritize your sleep, get more sleep, because sleep is a natural reset button for our brain and body, which is even more required these days because of increased work pressure and stress. Our face is the index of our mind, so naturally a skipped sleep is easily identifiable on our face, right?
Our face is the index of our mind. Heard that face god.
Oh jeez.
But guys, you need to place more importance on resting. So nobody tell you so you sleep when you're dead and all them something that
you will just
fast forward. Exactly. You will just fast forward the death process, and we don't really want that. Right? So make sure you prioritize more sleep. And then we also have to work on, for number 5, building our immune system and prioritizing our health. Right? This one is a big one, and as I said, the past few years have taught us the health important. It's so much more important than we even thought before.
They talk about all different strains that come up on them something again. I'm in a ready feet.
Right? So if you're not already doing so, we need to start work on more vitamins, eat more fruits and veggies, drink more water, and drink up in the bush tea. I'm a bush tea veteran. I drink beer herbal tea. Right? And like never tea bag. Like I actually bought moringa leaf, and I buy the cinnamon sticks, and I will cut up little garlic.
Cinnamon sticks are good?
Yeah, man. Or real thing. No, if you come and know what you would grate
so
up.
Do the cinnamon sticks? You grate it?
No, so I actually will boil a pot of ginger, garlic, moringa leaf, and a cinnamon stick.
I found that Kimmie had for breakfast.
And sometime I drop in turmeric. Go ahead. And sometime I drop in a turmeric. Sometimes, you know, I'm a herbal tea person, guys. And when we say herbal tea, we not talk about tea bags.
You sound like Chef Gavin around there, but
if you go in my kitchen right now, there's a section with all them something for tea. Right?
You're a tea fan?
I like tea, and I like actual natural tea. Like my mind does say Kimmie.
Tea likes you too.
Right? So we need to work on that. You probably only think about your immune system when colds and flu is doing the round, basically. But your immune system is working all the time to guard you against these things out there. There's things that you don't see in the atmosphere that your immune system is protecting you from. So you have to look out for it.
Watch out!
It looks out for anything harmful that enters your body, picks it up and fights back to defend your body without you even noticing. So fight all go on, you don't know about it, you know.
But Kim,
right?
what I want to know, see, like I've realized from December hit, it's like
a bunch of people been sick.
Cough season.
Yes,
and flu
between COVID,
season.
cold and flu.
Me don't even want to call this the COVID one name. But it's just people just have some coughing and some flu. What going?
Because we're not taking change of weather is one thing, but we're also not building our immune system. We just are wing it.
So how much bill it can build? What we need to put on it?
So you need to start vitamin C. Vitamin C is one of the number one things to take to fight off anything. But guess what? You can't take vitamin C today and think say you're good tomorrow. You actually need to replenish it every day. Vitamin C leaves your body every day. Every day.
Go?
It doesn't leave the body. You have to say.
Come eat one orange.
So some people will do is eat 2 or 3 orange for one day. It now help you tomorrow.
So that's saying an orange a day.
Literally, just like an apple a day. It's like I don't know.
Hey,
very expensive.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap. Usually you could have seen a bag of orange.
Yeah, me used to see that woolly. Nobody sell a bag of orange again.
Orange come like American apple now. Like that's scarce, and then American apple more common than orange now. I understand
right? But another thing we need to make the habit of is to schedule more doctor visits. Come and believe we in Jamaica, including myself, when I believe in a doctor, me believe in a bush tea. So everything I'm sick with, and it symptom reach me boil my bush tea, right? And in my mind it is healing me, and I don't need to go to doctor, right?
Kim,
but
where do we find the good doctors? That is my question. Cause sometimes you go to doctor, Kim, and you go there for like a cough. And I'm gonna tell you, say, hey, take 2 Panadol. I'm not saying, boss, me not Panadol, me hard because I take. Like, me not think half of the doctor them are really do them thing. Like,
so that's a very good point, and that's a very tricky question. And that's why them always say get second and third opinion and fourth opinion.
So much second and third money,
right? But essentially, you need to either by recommendation from somebody else who you trust and say, boy, that person I know them things. If them person say go to Dr. Lionel, then Dr. Lionel must know something. Everything because
antibiotics. Take antibiotics.
Everything them give for because people are suspicious of the healthcare system. Because half of the time, as most people have said, them know what to do for cure it, but them will cure a symptom. Because them want you to come back and want to continue to make money.
See me back in 6 months or 5 months and let me see. But go from there.
There are a handful or a few, I don't know how much, but there are some doctors who genuinely, I've met 1 or 2 and them really check for them patient, them like them, your health are them priority, right? So hopefully you can be blessed enough to find one of them and look for them, seek them out, try 1 or 2. If them not click with you, find another doctor. You're not tied to them, you're not shares not for them life and them not shares not your life, right? Find another doctor. But we need to start doing that. Actually, it's also recommended that you do a full executive profile each year, and what that is a full test. Them check stool, urine, everything, because they can tell a lot about your health from that. They say once a year. How much Jamaican do that? I'm not even there doing that.
You have to do it.
More started this year. That's one of my goals. Everything. Because remember, and this is what COVID brought to our attention when they kept saying, and people with underlying issues. And I say, that's going to be the most stressful thing for Jamaicans because half of we don't know. So we have underlying issues. We don't know what underlying. We don't know what. We just exist, and that's why you hear people drop down heart failure, heart this, heart that, because they're not checking out their health. There could be something that was happening, but we just see it as, it's a phase. Or you walk with a limp, my knee just hurt me. That's all. Probably what bad, I'm asleep bad. But it could be some giant something that.
There was a story on.
Back problem now?
I have a back pain.
Check it out.
I went last to go check it out.
It started day before yesterday.
Oh, that recent, man.
So you can go check it out then.
And you can probably figure out what you did day before yesterday, alright? So cut down on the acrobatics. Ensure that you're sitting in proper posture, which you weren't doing 5 seconds ago.
And that's one thing we need to work on. So, but we're not going to give too much things to work on. But guys, we need to do that. So if it is that you can,
Take more pictures.
Of what?
Of yourself.
To do what?
Because there was a story where this girl took a lot of pictures of a mark that came out on her face, and she's like, oh, maybe it's just a developing birthmark, and a doctor saw it and he's like, no, that's cancer. We call it this at myeloma. myeloma or something like that cancer. And it's like, no, sweetheart, that's cancer. Take more pictures.
Well, I don't know if it's take
I
more
like
pictures.
Read that one.
Right, I don't know if it's take more
The
pictures.
marketing for camera company.
But I think what...
No.
I thought you were going.
Right, when she said take more pictures.
You're supposed to know you.
But I think what Jada is saying is that know yourself enough that when changes happen, you notice it and go check it out. So don't just think it's a developing birthmark. You never just born. You're not going to develop right now. Pay attention. So those are the aches and stuff. We're not gonna say you get an ache today, you're gone doctor tomorrow.
If it keeps coming back, if it
exactly, if you realize that it's I remember, and actually I'm guilty of this, guys, so I'm gonna be very honest. I used to have a lot of headaches. A lot.
Same.
Like go sleep all 2 days straight with a headache. Go sleep with it or wake up back with it, right?
I found out the cause though.
And I remember somebody was saying, Kim, got to get that checked out now because they had a sister. They had a sister that she complained about the same things, and then eventually it got really bad. And then when she went to the doctor, it was a tumor that was on her brain. That's why she was getting consistent headaches, right? So these are the things that we need to look out for and just check it out. And as I said, guys, if it is that you can get that full executive profile, I'm gonna try to do it. This is the first time in my life I've been doing it, but I want to do a full checkout. Too much people just drop down and dead, guys. Check it out. Check it out. All right, we're going to a break.
Experience, but it's good.
It's not nice, but you need to do it. Yeah. All right. So we're going to the break. When we get back, we will complete the list for you.